Anca Bieru works primary role with the European Union funding with an emphasis on private sector organizations. So helping basically private companies understand and develop a strategy for working with European Union funding. So, Anca?
Okay. Good evening, everybody. I know it's late. I know we are off time, and probably I should have been on the thank you slide. But before having a drink in the cocktail and enjoying the jazz concert, please let me tell you some things on how can you obtain some money for acquiring IT&C application and introduce them into your company. Everybody, I think, is familiar with the idea of structural funds. Some of you may know a lot of things, some of you may know less, but I think that all of you have heard that they exist, and that between 2007 and 2013, about 32 billion euros will be should be spent in Romania, and from there a lot of opportunities arise. Many of you may be familiar with the notion of operational program, which are some documents that actually represent some strategies for best spending and allocating the funds so that Romania should fit in the objectives. And because we are late, I would like to go directly to the part that it is of interest for us. Within the sector operational program improving economic competitiveness, there is a priority axis number 3, IT&C for private and public sector. And within this priority axis, the key intervention area number 3 is sustaining of e-economy. They have allocated for this program 114 million euros that are to be spent between 2007 and 2013, and the ministry has a target of 1,000 projects that are to be financed under this key intervention area. The specific objectives of it are improving companies' efficiency for reorganizing all the processes based on using an IT system, and the second, introducing modern IT system within companies that encourage innovation and support management decision. What is the rationale of the whole project? Remember that we are in a sectoral operational program improving economic competitiveness. And one of the factors that has proven to improve companies' competitiveness was IT usage. So therefore, this program is supposed to offer financial support for IT application. Also, for it's supposed to help you address to the internal and international market using IT application. There is also a special part regarding the security, because the objective is to create and develop a secure e-business sector in Romania, and of course acquisition of anti-fraud solution and other stuff. Let's go into more details and see what types of projects could be financed under this program. There are two operations, operation number 1 and number 2. The first one is addressed to the projects that are supposed to introduce ERP systems, CRM, business intelligence, IT application for improving production cycle management within companies. And the second one is focused more on collaboration. So under this operation you will be able to put together project and submit project for a acquisition of e-commerce system, e-business systems between companies, e-tender systems, and also that part of security I was mentioning earlier. Who can apply for financing and to what extent? This is a very important aspect. The main beneficiaries, the main companies that can could make project and apply for funds are small and medium-sized enterprises, considering the governmental ordinance number 27/2006, which is the latest piece of legislation that modifies and completes the existing legislation. Considering with this legislation, small and medium-sized companies are the ones who have less than 250 employees and less than 50 million euros turnover. What are the maximum level of grant that you can obtain? Is the specific operation have different maximum grant levels. The first one is 200,000 euros and the second one 500,000 euros. Very important to mention is that the grant is actually the amount of eligible cost that will be reimbursed within the project. So there is also a differentiation between the small enterprises and the medium size. The small ones will have only 70%, will be able to get 70% out of the eligible cost, and the medium size only 60%. I put together some key points that every potential company that consider realizing a project and submitting it for financing should consider before start working. Regarding the budget, there is a provision saying that the beneficiary from Bucharest Ilfov area will receive 10% less financing than the other one. That is because Bucharest Ilfov region is considered to be the most developed one, and they want to encourage competitiveness and to encourage projects from the other regions as well. One very important aspect is that VAT is not considered an eligible cost. The ones of you who are familiar with the terms in EU projects know that eligible costs are actually the costs that will be reimbursed, but in a project there are also uneligible costs that usually have to be supported by the beneficiary. So VAT is not a small cost, 20%. Many companies deduce it at the end of the fiscal year, but you have to consider when you plan for a project that you will have an amount of money blocked there. Another important thing, the exact list of eligible costs will be published in the applicant's guide. The applicant's guide is a document that is still in working in the Ministry of IT&C. It's a document that should include all the information that the beneficiary should know before making a project. The specific types of information are regarding the eligibility criteria or regarding the activities that can be made, the exact types of application that can be acquired, and all sorts of things like that. The good news is that in-nature contribution is accepted only if it doesn't overpass 20% of the co-financing. In-nature contribution is could be buildings that you own, also lands, technical equipment, installation, even the professional work and research work of your employees that you pay anyway. So this provision is supposed to support and encourage companies to apply for funds. Now, regarding the acquisition, all the acquisition made within an EU-funded project have to respect the rules of Romanian public acquisition if public financing exceeds 50% of the budget. This means that you have to organize a tender within a project, and you cannot select a solution that you want like this, because the lowest price has to be assured. And also that because all the companies are encouraged to participate and to sell solutions and products within EU-funded project. And another important thing, any company from any part of the world may participate in the tender. EU origin of products is not a rule anymore. Unlike PHARE project, which required, the rules there were that all the products and solutions acquired within EU-funded projects have to be of European origin. Now all the companies from all over the world can participate. This is very good, especially for IT sector, because many of you may know that there are a lot of competitive products and solutions that are not made in Europe, are made in China, are made in US, and they were not allowed until now. I also put together the main eligibility criteria for the beneficiary, considering the information that is available right now. I won't start reading them all, but I just want to highlight some important aspects. Like, for example, the most important one is that the beneficiary should be a small or medium-sized enterprise. They also have to prove the existence of stable and sufficient co-financing. This is very important because unlike in PHARE project, in the projects financed out of the structural funds, you don't receive an advance at the beginning of the project. So you have to, in the first months, you have to support all the costs yourself. Of course, the bills and the documents are counted, and they will be reimbursed after a period of time, but you have to consider that aspect, that at the beginning you won't receive the funds. And also something important is that the beneficiary may apply for funds alone or in partnership with other companies. The rule is that they have to obey this, to respect the same eligibility criteria. And this is also a good news, because you might have a project that might interest more companies. So therefore you will be able to split responsibilities and the cost. Partnership idea is also an idea much agreed in the European Union, and they encourage collaboration and partnership between different types of organizations and companies. Now, some success factors. There are not all the success factors, but there are some things that you might want to consider when preparing the documentation. You have to be very careful and to demonstrate the project impact on the income and on the efficiency of the company. Remember, we are in the sectoral operational program improving economic competitiveness. So therefore, all the projects that are financing under this program have to fill in to reach the main objective. Also, if you increase the number of integrated system users, it's good. And the last one, more rapid decision-making process. This is usually a condition, an aspect that is rich because technology assures a rapid decision-making process. You also have to provide best economic solution. What does it mean? It means that the solution you select in the end have to be cost efficient, have to be not the most expensive one, and in the meantime has to have a huge impact on your organization and to help you be more competitive. You should also consider environment protection, equal chances, and social aspects. The projects that are coming from beneficiary from disadvantaged area are preferred. Of course, this success factor is cannot be covered by all the projects, but if you have the opportunity to address these aspects, do it, because it will increase your chances of success. You will also have to address your potential clients and to business environment, because these are public money, and they expect you to have they want for the project to have an important impact on your organization, but also on the business environment. They want to enlarge the potential impact. And also it's very important the existence of feasibility studies and cost-benefit analysis that should demonstrate and should make an argument for your project, should support the idea of the project. Now, what are the steps? What should you do? The beneficiary, the company, has to submit the project to the intermediate body. The intermediate body under this program is a special department within the Ministry of IT&C. So you have to submit the project there. They will make a preliminary evaluation of it, meaning that they will check the eligibility criteria, they will make a preliminary evaluation of the technical and the financial solution, send it to the management authority, which is the Ministry of Economic and Trade, and they will make the final evaluation and the approval. The information goes back to the intermediate body, who announce you about the good news. After that, you will close the contract, and they will start monitoring the project. After that, the beneficiary have to request payment to the same intermediary body. This, like I've told you before, the payment should be made after 3 or 4 months. They will decide the exact period, and they will communicate it in the applicant's guide. And now a whole process starts again. The intermediate body has to make the payment authorization, send it to the management authority, who makes the payment certification. That goes to the Authority for Certification and Payment, which is a department within the Ministry of Finance that authorizes and certificates all the payments made in EU-funded projects. The payment transfer goes to the payment unit, which is a different department within the Ministry of Economic and Trade, and the payment gets to you finally. Also, I would like to highlight something. If you have any question regarding the information that I am presenting, please feel free to ask in Romanian, in English. We will find a way to communicate. Now, expected time frame. Regarding the expected time frame, I would like to say some words. Like Stephen said at the beginning, I've checked all the information with the Ministry of IT&C, and therefore you may find some differences between the information that I have presented here right now and the information from the website. It's because they have changed. Regarding the expected time frame, I tried to push them and to make them confirm some things, but they didn't. The only thing that they have confirmed is this, that in February they indeed sent the sectoral operational program, Improving Economic Competitiveness, to the European Commission. And now they are in discussion. They have to negotiate it, and there is the possibility for modification to appear. Now, the rest of it is information that I took out from press, from the declaration of specific public authorities within conferences I attended or events, or even informal conversation that I had with them. But it is not official. Please consider that. So in June, August, they should make the publication of the applicant's guide, which is a key document, very important, and like I've told you, it should include all the details, and should, at least we should expect that it should answer more questions. In September, October 2007, probably there will be the first submission deadlines. Why is that? Because the Ministry of IT&C has a budget for 2007. They are supposed to spend 600,000 euros in project this year. So they are interested to assign and to close some contracts. What can you do now? Now, you can submit a project fiche to the Ministry of IT&C. Like I've told you before, they are interested in project. It's also in their interest to have projects so that they will assure the absorption capacity. So you can send a resume of the project with some key aspects. They will have a look on it. They will advise you whether there are some things that you should change or not. And this is actually a chance for you to verify your project idea if you have one. So it's a very good opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you all for coming. Sorry it ran a little bit late, but I think hopefully everyone found a lot of interesting information. All of the speakers have expressed their interest in receiving your questions. You can find their emails and contact them directly, and do the same for Anca and her presentation. But again, thank you all, and we welcome you over to the cocktail and dinner and some jazz music by Mr. Stefano Priori and his friends, who are excellent musicians. Thank you. Bye.
you.